Good morning, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo. My people, it is a very beautiful day. But before we get started, we are going to speak about Ralph Gonsalves' Alzheimer's once again. But before we get started properly, let me say good morning and thank you for the following people for now following a St. Vincent we come from. We have Ann Spencer, my cousin, Levi Laborde, Devon Lavia, Esther Lucas, Kizzy K. Scott, Obules Bess, Daniel Thomas, Andrea Samuel Grant, Teflon Maid, LaFleur Henry, Arlene Henry, Tisha Brown, Viola John, Valsina Chance, Gracie Bulls, and Kendra Adams. My people, I hope that you will just not only join or follow us, but you will share our video and participate in the discussion in the comment area. My people, as I said earlier, today we are going to be on another Ralph Gonsalves Alzheimer's watch. Sometime in April, I think it's April 20th, 2022, I did my first video when I bring to the public attention that the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is suffering from Alzheimer's and he is experiencing great dementia. Since that first video, I did several videos after that showed Ralph Gonsalves is actually demented. Well, he received some treatment from the United States government that should be able to help him to cope with his Alzheimer's for a little longer. And if you remember, I told you very well that he will start making less and less public appearance, and his press conference will be shorter. If you notice, in his past press conference, he will have 2 hours press conference, and he will include Camilo, Soboto, and other members to speak because his focus in the morning, which is his best time, only lasts for a period of about 8 to 20 minutes. So we see he changed his pattern. But as of late, since he was given the treatment by the American government, he had the confidence that he is better and is getting better. My people, yesterday, Ralph Gonsalves has his press conference to update the nation about his trip to Taiwan. And he had a press conference. And he was confident that he would be able to hold on a 3-hour press conference by himself. Now we are going to examine whether the treatment that the American government gives to Ralph Gonsalves is actually working or not. My people, I'm sorry to say that the treatment that the American government gives to Ralph Gonsalves, it is not working. Okay, his press conference is about 3 hours plus long. But what is important to note, for us to get a proper evaluation as to the extent of his ability to focus, I must bring to your attention that although the press conference was 3+ hours long, the press conference started 7 minutes and 56 seconds after the video started playing. That means the video was running, but it didn't start until after 7 minutes 58 seconds. So whatever timeline we're going to use here, we'll have to subtract 7 minutes 58 seconds, because 7 minutes 58 seconds into the video was when Ralph Gonsalves actually started speaking. So now he is going along very well. He spoke about his trip to New York City. He said he met the Consular General and the permanent representative to the United Nations in New York City. Speak about all of that. And then he went on to his visit to Taiwan. And here is where the breakdown began. In 18 minutes, 14 seconds into the video, which would mark 10 minutes, 58 seconds into Ralph Gonsalves' speech, his Alzheimer's dementia showed up. Let me first qualify this. When a person is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia, one of the things that you'll see happening, they will be speaking about a particular thing or subject area, and they will give you 2 or 3 set of opposing facts about this subject area. My people, he said he visits the largest independent boat building plant in Taiwan. And he spelled out the name of the plant because he couldn't pronounce the name. He said it is Joangshyn Shipbuilding Company. He said, listen carefully, he said the shipbuilding company was started by an 81-year-old man. So the man he's given credit for starting the shipbuilding company is an 81-year-old man. Right? This is what he said about the man. The man started in the company as an apprentice welder. So we see there's confusion here. This man started the company, right? But he's saying this man started in the company as an apprentice welder, working on the shop floor. And what he also said is that he worked his way up, and now he is managing the company. So it's either he started the company, or he started in the company as a welder, and he worked his way up, and now he's the manager of the company. He said he has a fantastic company. He built it really. So we see there is discrepancy in the stories, as is common with people with Alzheimer's. They tell you a story, or they speak about a particular thing, and they give 2 or 3 opposing set of facts, which is an oxymoron about what they are telling you. This happens in 18 minutes 14 seconds into the video, which means it is 10 minutes 58 seconds into Ralph Gonsalves' presentation. My people, he continued about his visit to Taiwan. And in 20 minutes 48 seconds into the video, he said, we are going to see increasing cooperation in education. There are going to be increased scholarships, increase in different training program, and we are going to see increase in exchange of students. And he didn't have much to report like how he reported when he went to Venezuela, where he come up with all of these gifts that he was boasting about. And then he says, Ambassador Bowman is in discussion with the Taiwanese as to other things that will come, and he was supposed to elaborate there. But he went on a little tangent, and he spoke about Ambassador Andrea Bowman's credential as a teacher, a professional at the community college, and at the principal of the girls' high school. My people, when he went there, he couldn't remember where he was. He had another spell of dementia. And my people, he went on and on and on and on about everything that had nothing to do with his trip to Taiwan but he was now speaking about everything else. My people, when he had that force, that bout of dementia, 2212, he paused for 9 seconds, trying to recollect. But he know if he's paused for too long, he is going to a lot people like me who are watching that is having a bout of dementia. He speak about the community college, the inability to run courses because there is no professional in the field of the course, and if they tell him early, he will be able to get people in the field from Venezuela, from Cuba, from Jamaica, from going on and on and on and on. He talk about trainers migrating, all kind of thing. He going to talk about particular interests in the secondary and tertiary education. He speak about Minister King, the Minister of Education, presenting a bill in court, the Education Miscellaneous Bill. My people, at 24:30, if you look at his face, you will see a blank thing because he had another bout in that bout of dementia. He had another bout of dementia where he couldn't remember what he was speaking about. But he remember my people, he started to cleanse his fist, hoping that some external stimulus will help him to remember. So he started clenching his fist. He started counting on his finger, hoping that these external stimulus will help him to remember. You look at his face. His face was blank. You know, like when you're watching a crazy man who have just drifted out into another world. That's how Ralph Gonsalves' face looked. It spoke about, and they saw an amendment in the Education Act, the St. Vincent Technical No, the Community College Act, the Higher Education Accreditation Act, Sector Skill Development Act. I don't know if he meant to say public sector, but Sector Skill Education Act don't make any sense. So I think he wanted to say the Public Sector Skill Development Education Act. The Minister of Education will be replaced by the person responsible for the subject matter. So I don't know if this makes sense. So if you're going to replace the Minister of Education with a person who's responsible for a subject matter, for example, the Minister of Education will oversee all of the affairs of the Ministry of Education. He is the big boss man. If you are going to replace the Minister of Education with the people who are responsible for mathematics and so forth, in what he's speaking about in the overall scheme of education, is he going to appoint a minister of education which is responsible for mathematics, which is responsible for science subjects, which is responsible for business subjects or principle of business or economics? It just don't make any sense to me, right? He says he's going to give up interacting with the external government and so forth and so forth. And he is going to take on, he's taking on more food. He's going to take on governmental responsibility for post-education and tertiary education and all those things. So he's going to be responsible, he's going to be the minister responsible for the community college, and anyone who want to get a scholarship had to come to the minister who is responsible for post-secondary education studies and tertiary studies. My people, the man is gone. The man is gone. People, I don't know what else to say. I skipped forward in the video, hoping that he will get back to his visit to Taiwan. He never got back to it. I'm not listening to Ralph Gonsalves to hear if he have anything to bring, because all he have to bring is things that he begged for. No new programs, no new industries, no new employment, no increase in the GDP. Nothing is coming. All I listen to Ralph Gonsalves is to see if his Alzheimer's is going to pop up. And my people, his Alzheimer's pop up in a big way. My people, the press conference that was called to discuss his visit to Taiwan and what he accomplished there end up becoming a discussion about things that are happening within the Ministry of Education, not because he intended to do that, but because the last thing he spoke about, as a matter of fact, the first thing of substance he spoke about had to do with the education relations between St. Vincent and Taiwan. And when he speak about the ambassador Andrea Bowman's credential as an educator, he went off on a tangent and he was unable to wheel himself back in. So my people, I don't know how that bout of dementia how long it lasted, but I know it lasted so long that I got fed up listening to him. I listened to that for about 30 minutes plus, and he did not get back on board. My people, I don't know what Dr. Friday is going to do. I don't know what Fitz Bramble is going to do. I don't know what Major Leacock is going to do. Are they going to sit back while Ralph Gonsalves destroy the credibility of the public and civil service, while he make deals with government that will put St. Vincent under a bond that we will not be able to get on from under, no matter who is in charge of the government? People, I don't know what they're going to do. It seems like they are on a paid vacation from since Annem Eustace left the post of opposition leader. It seems for over 5+ years, it seems like the opposition in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is on a paid vacation, and they showed up once a month for 2 or 3 days, and they go into the house, they grandstand, they argue with Ralph a little. They know the man senile, but they argue with him, trying to push him over the edge, and then they go back on vacation. While you have a senile prime minister who can't afford, who is unable to hold any trend of thought for about 20 minutes, is shifting up the ministries. I don't know if Curtis King is so incompetent. The man was a principal of the most prestigious secondary school in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The man has a degree in education. Is Curtis King so incompetent that Ralph Gonsalves has to now break up his ministry into small pieces, not using the education officers, but using other members who is in charge of subject area to take over responsibility of the subject matter, to manage the subject matter? My people, St. Vincent only have 100,000 people. At any one time, I doubt our school population is over 20,000 people. My people, nothing have changed in the past 20 years as it relates to the demographic of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The population did not grow much. And if it grew, there was a lot of murders and there were a lot of migration. So the in-house population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have not changed. The demographic have not changed. Only thing, people get poor. There are less jobs. Inflation rising. And more people are being oppressed and exploited. My people, remember, in the past 6 months, the unemployment rate in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have skyrocketed based on Ralph Gonsalves' action when he fired the public and civil servants, including teachers and others who did not take the vaccine. So it will be interesting to know what is the level of the percentage of unemployment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at this stage in St. Vincent and the Grenadines history. It will be even more higher. My people, I think we had something like about 49% unemployment with all those firing recently. It probably will move up to about 60 or 70%. My people, I don't know what to say. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, on another Ralph Gonsalves Alzheimer's watch. My people, it's a sad day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And for those people whose name I called at the beginning of the show, who have liked and is now following as St. Vincent may come from, I thank you. I hope you'll take the opportunity to share this video when you see them and leave your comments. Let me know what are your opinions and what I've seen here. Let me tell you something, my people. All of us want our ego to be stroked. Feel free to criticize me and criticize the point. Make constructive criticism. If you criticize me because of who I am and you don't qualify the points that you're criticizing, okay, for example, you don't agree with me. Tell me why you don't agree with me and bring the facts to prove it. You understand? Let us have rational, intelligent discussion so we can move our country forward in this little forum, because there are people of all class of life all over the world who look at these videos and who may get an idea from your constructive criticism. You understand? And you may see, I say that on the timeline in a St. Vincent we come from video. You will see a thing coming to board because the politicians watch it. The government and opposition politicians watch it. They may not comment, but they are watching the videos. Let me tell you, politicians from all over the Caribbean watch this video. There are political groups from all over the Caribbean who have subscribed and is watching this video. So put your intelligence on display in the comments that you're making. Don't be afraid. Be as bold as I am and show the world that you are an intelligent man. Because you never know. You may visit St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, or somewhere. And you may be in a forum and somebody asks you, what's your name? And you may say, my name is Ann Spencer. You from St. Vincent? Yeah. Oh. Because they have read some intelligent comment that you made. Don't come and make any political comment or any biased comment. You know what I mean? Let us promote intelligence. Because the Vincentians are an intelligent people. We have good brains. We can use them. Sometimes we fail to use them because we're too lazy. But let us use our good brains. Show the world that we can think, that the quality of our mind is not reflected in the leadership that we currently have in our country. My name is Chief Strongblood. I'm wishing everyone a very good day, and I hope that you see the value in this to share this video. I'm gone.